Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old, get you an old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah. Because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. So he thought I was going to be scared to say, yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'll be good to you. Her name is Elladora.
Well, what, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what you did to me.
Okay, well...
Well, what? Well, what, Gabby?
Shannon Sharpe has doubled back because I told y'all that this was going to touch a lot closer to home than I think that, he wanted it to. Shannon Sharpe is a multi-million-dollar man. Stephen A. pulled him when he asked for him to be on ESPN. Shannon Sharpe entered the world of Disney. And in the world of Disney, you cannot be up there on the national television and a public stage like that, in the eye of the public. You cannot be up there with all of this on your name. If you don't believe me, look no further than Jonathan Majors, who literally had his entire career and his Marvel future snatched away from him in an instant. Disney does not play around with this type of shit. So I am pretty sure that they are looking very, very, very closely and paying close attention to this case. They're paying very close attention to everything that's being reported, everything that's being said, and everything that's being documented. They are the first ones. And if, God forbid, they get to a point to where they say, you know what? You're more trouble than you're worth. Because that will be the end of Shannon Sharpe's media career as far as First Take is concerned.
I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN. I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said. And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means.
He would have to go and do something on his own and secure the bag on his own, which I have confidence that he can do because he's built up enough cachet, I believe, in the media's eye to be able to do that. However, things are a lot more difficult when you're trying to do it on your own versus working with a multi-million-dollar company like Disney. But he called it a shakedown. I believe that is also a shakedown. I said the same thing in my last video, and he put out a statement where he actually, I believe right before he went on to First Take, he addressed his fans, he addressed his family, and he addressed his career. So let's watch that really quickly before we listen to the audio that this Jane Doe has now released in an attempt to try and make it plain that her accusations are in fact true. But we'll get to that. We get to that in a second. Let's look and listen at what Shannon Sharpe had to say as he addressed this publicly.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
All right, that was a wonderful, wonderful, quick little quid pro quo from Shannon Sharpe. Whatever he had written there, and he delivered it. He delivered it well. Now, couple things. The shade. I caught it. Did y'all catch it? He basically said, "Listen, use the OnlyFans whore. Okay, we know you from OnlyFans. That's probably where he met her at. Because you didn't get the bag from OnlyFans and you're not getting the bag from OnlyFans, you thought that you could come in, and like I said in the last video, from day one, this was a setup. Now, Unc fell for it a little bit, but he didn't fall for it to the point to where he put a baby up in her, which is what, if you read her text messages, which we went over in the last video, you know that she was trying to get pregnant by Shannon Sharpe. She wanted a baby by Shannon Sharpe so that she could use that baby in order to extort money from him. I have no doubt in my mind that's all she was there for. From the beginning, that's all she was there for. That's all she wanted was the money. She dealt with him for multiple years. Text messages say that she's been dealing with him since 2023. So for 2 years, you have nothing to show for. All you have to show for is you getting bust down. You thought that you could get him to secure a bag. You thought you could get a secured bag from him by him putting a baby in you and getting you pregnant. That's why you were talking that way. That's why you were trying to get him to impregnate you. But you failed. She failed. Now, on the flip side, let me show y'all something. Let me show you how black women start to treat black men when they don't like them or when they don't like something that they did, right? Because what's really interesting to me is I put out that video about Carmelo Anthony, you know, the black kid that stabbed and killed that white boy at the university. I put that video out, and you know I had so many people come into the comments, black people. And this was emotional ass sassy black men as well as black women coming to the comments, and they were so upset, they were so angry because they told me I was off code. How dare you speak this way about a black kid, about another black person? Get on code is what they said. That sound familiar to y'all? Jamal Bryant said that same stupid shit when he was telling y'all not to shop at Target. Told y'all to get on code. And y'all listen, because the most of you are just bots. Most of you are just NPCs, honestly. Most of you are just walking around in your daily lives as NPCs. You have no original thoughts of your own. So therefore, all of the actions that you take on a daily basis, it's all governed by somebody else. Everything you do in your life, a lot of you, everything that you do is dictated by either media or what somebody else in a better position than you tells you to do. Because you have no brains of you have no willpower of your own. You guys can't, you're not free thinkers. You can't think for yourself. You need somebody else to kind of rile you up, gather up the herd, and tell you what to do, tell you how to respond, and tell you how to act. But case in point, right here, look no further than this next video right here.
You're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. It is what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well,
It's a whole lot of fucking nothing going on right now.
You know what?
well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
I don't know. Anything I say.
All right, you can obviously tell. Listen, anybody with ears and a brain can tell that this tape was doctored up. This is, I have no doubt. And the entire fact that you recorded this in the first place just speaks to intent. Hello? The fact that you recorded this conversation in the first place speaks to your intent. You recorded this with the intent on bringing this back around and editing it and doctoring it up so that it looks as if and sounds as if it's something that it's not. Otherwise, why in the fuck would you be recording a personal conversation, intimate conversation between you and somebody else? This was your goal from the beginning. Hello? This was your goal from the beginning. But anybody with a brain cell can tell that this is heavily edited. It's heavily edited. The long pauses, the awkward conversations and responses. This is not how a conversation flows between two people. Everything here is out of context, and you can tell that if you have a brain. But let me show you what happens in the black community when black women don't like the choices that you've made as a black man. Let me show you what happens. Because just as quickly as they lined up to stand behind Carmelo Anthony and his stabbing of a white boy and killing him, it's just as soon as they were so ready and willing to support a kid murderer, let me show you how they turn so easily on a black man because they don't like the decisions that he's made. Let me show you. Look at this. Sassy black dude. Play in the snow. Get frostbit. Black women. Sit this one out. 8,000 likes. Black women. It's almost summertime. Brunch mixed with a little minding your beautiful black woman business all summer. 3,800 likes. Black women, mind our business. This ain't about or for us. Oh, this is oh no, she's not a fucking therapist. Hell no. So, are we all thinking the same thing? Okay, good talk. See y'all at the next one. Black sisters, let's mind our little black business. So you see what I mean? Black women will support you as long as you don't do anything that they don't like. You can go out here and kill somebody. You can go out here and kill somebody. You can kill a white boy, stab him, fatally wound him, take his life, and black women will support you because they don't have a problem with that. But as soon as you sleep with or bust down a white chick, they throw you to the wolves. Good luck. You see the double standards? You see the fucking double standards? Willing to support a murderer, but not willing to support a man who was openly being extorted for money and potentially being dragged in the media and having his career and livelihood ruined is insane work. But these are the bitter black women that we have to deal with, which is why I pray for y'all on the daily who have to go out here and actually deal with these types of women. I pray for y'all who haven't found a spouse yet, because it's hard. These black women are so bitter. They have so much pent up aggression and hate within themselves that any time they get to stick it to a black man, they will. I just wanted to show y'all the double standard and let you know what the temperature is out here so that you're not surprised. This is so evidently clear that this was an extortion attempt for money. And black women could give a fuck less because he did something that they think he shouldn't have did, which was bust down a white chick. But let a black woman bust it down for a white dude, they don't have a problem with that. Prime example, just look at Kamala. Nobody said a word. Not Jasmine Crockett. Not anybody. She walking around with a whole mixed family as a result of being and marrying a white man. Nobody said a word about it. Black women still supported her, still showed up at the polls, and still support her presently. But when it's a black man and a white woman, now we've crossed some boundaries. We can't support that, right? You see the double standard bullshit? It's plain as day. I just presented it to you. Anyway, you all let me know what you think down in the comments about this. Details will be forthcoming, I'm sure. And it's going to be very, very, very interesting to see how this plays out. There's a lot at stake here. There's so much at stake here. For Shannon Sharpe, that is. Anyway, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned.